Do-do-do. Let's play some games. Do-do-do.
Hey you, give me your stuff. I'm kidding. I like feisty kids like you. That almost sounds like he's heard what I said. I like kids kicking in my door and demanding the items on my floor. I like that the sailors have horsies. It's really cute. It really makes me want one, but I'm not. If I can catch one this generation, that'd be great, so I can use it against Blaine. It'd be awesome. I really want Horsey in Pokemon Crystal so that I can get a Kingdra, because I think I'd be able to trade. We just found my partner's link cable, and he has a Game Boy somewhere, so I might be able to trade. Otherwise, I don't know, I won't get it. That's one thing I really don't like are Pokemon that evolve via trading, because realistically it means there are Pokemon out there that you would never see in the wild because Pokemon can't trade with each other, and then they never go through their entire life cycle. Like, what does that mean? There are just adolescent Pokemon out there that'll never grow up because they can't evolve without being traded. Like, if you think about it too hard, the whole thing falls apart. Another horsey? 3 horsies. Goodness. Pee-pee. Squeaky. Horsey. I guess it's saying horsey. Oh, Paris. You're gonna win this purely through a war of attrition, basically, because you don't know any other moves. Horsey looks like a little squirt gun. Sprinkle the mushrooms. Just enough to sprinkle the mushrooms, Squirtle. Oh, come on. I hate when that happens. It's a wasted turn. Technically, it's good if your opponent doesn't get a move in either, but then nothing happens. Yeah. Arg, I lost it. Sea Pokemon live in deep water. You'll need a rod. I'll need a good rod is the thing. The suggestion is that the degree of rods changes what kind of equipment is on them. I found an ether in that last room. It's really funny. Ether in Pokemon restores 10 power points of a move. Usually power point restoring moves aren't very common in the game. Later on you can buy them, but usually not in early games. Us sailors have Pokemon too. I wouldn't have thought you wouldn't have, considering nobody leaves anywhere without Pokemon because it's so dangerous out there. Anyway, Ether is funny because Ether was the first anesthetic ever used for surgery. So when they finally figured out that anesthetizing your patient made surgery less dangerous and less painful and more likely to succeed and aided in recovery, doctors started using it. But how they did it was they took a bottle of ether, they wetted a paper towel with it, and then just had the person take a big old whiff of it. Just stuck the paper towel soaked in ether on the person and went, "Here, inhale!" And they go, and then they'd pass out. But I'm pretty sure it might have like worn off after a while, so you'd have to keep administering it. This was back before IVs were a thing, so they'd have to just inhale the ether. So I'm like, when you're giving your Pokemon ether to restore its power points, are you temporarily anesthetizing it for some reason? I don't know how to feel about that. Staryu, the Bat Star Pokemon. If there was a third evolution of Staryu and Starmie, would it be Starus, or Star Thee, or Star We? Starus, but pronounced Starus or something. Starwee sounds almost like a baby version. Okay, you're not bad. I'm just gonna take this thing in your room. Thank you. We caught all our Pokemon while out at sea. You guys must have good fishing rods. God, it's taking forever. You're not seeing it because I'm not recording every time I do it, but every time I finish a couple of battles, I go back to heal at the Poke Center. And I know that, oh, a fisherman. Please have a bunch of Magikarps. Nope. This fisherman actually fishes with purpose. He uses the right kind of bait and has a better fishing rod. I know another way to go about this is to carry a bunch of potions with you and just use those. But potions don't restore power points, so things can get stressful if you're low on power points. That's why the Pokemon League is such a big deal, because you don't get to heal. So because of that ordeal, I prefer to save that for the Pokemon League. Did I just make a bunch of rhymes? The sailors have all the good water Pokemon, which you can't get until you get a Super Rod. Please don't have any Psychic type moves. That would ruin my day. The implication with the fishing rods is that basically the better the rod, the better the equipment. Like I said earlier, the old rod from art of it is just a stick with a string and a hook at the end of it, or a Pokeball lure. Pokeball lures look like bobber lures, which is what you learn how to fish on when you're a baby. So it doesn't even have a reel. The new rod or the regular rod, good rod, that's what it's called. The good rod at least has a reel on it, and it's an actual fishing rod. I think it's got a push button reel. I'd have to look at the art. A push button reel is like baby's first casting reel. Oh good, he learned sleep powder. The super rod is the best rod. It's got a spinning reel on it, and it's probably got like 100-pound test on it. So imagine the test on a good rod, probably like 50 pounds. Right? You could catch like a shelter on that. Actually, I take it back. All you can catch on an old rod, which is just a stick and a piece of string and a bobber at the end of it, is Magikarp. Maybe a Goldeen. On a good rod, the lowest tier water type you could catch is a Goldeen, probably. But from there, you can catch Goldeen, you can probably catch Shelders and Horsies, maybe. I don't know how rare they are. Basically, the lower the spawn rate, the better the rod you need. That probably, it has a push button reel on it. It's probably got 20 pounds of test on it. Maybe 20 to 30 pounds of test on it. The super rod is like a tuna rod that you would use, like the good rod is what you would use in fresh water, basically. The super rod is a tuna rod that you use on the ocean, and it's got if the good rod does have not a push button reel, it probably has a spinning reel, which is just a standard freshwater reel. The super rod, it's a tuna rod. You would use it out on the ocean. It's probably got 100 pounds of test on. You could probably catch a Lapras or a Gyarados with it. And it's got one of those big ol' reels that you don't use a spinner or a push button to cast. You cast it by taking the clip off. I let that one get away. You treated this like a fishing battle. Really funny. You cast it by putting your thumb on the line, taking off the safety or the clip or whatever it is, and throwing it out into the water and feeling the line go out with your thumb. You don't take it off until your wader and your bait hits the floor. Oh man, I talked a lot about fishing equipment right now in a Pokemon game. Can you tell I'm a marine biologist? Matey, you're walking the plank if you lose. What? What? I'm sorry. Did you say you're gonna kill me if I lose? Oh, he doesn't have any water Pokemon. This guy's bad news. Caterpillar, save me. I guess sailors have Machop too. They either have water Pokemon or they have Machop. Sleep powder. Oh no. Oh no. Oh! Uh-oh, come on. No! No, Butterfree! Oh no, Butterfree. Avenge Butterfree! Go, Wartortle. Yes, Butterfree softened him up. Phew! Arg, beaten up by a kid. So are you gonna kill me, or am I gonna make you walk the plank? Jellyfish sometimes drift into the ship. What? What? Jellyfish drift into the ship? What is... This guy's got cabin fever. Somebody get him some air. Here's a pro tip if you ever get seasick. I didn't used to get seasick until I hit puberty. There are a couple ways you can deal with it. I use scopolamine patches, which are special medicated patches you put behind your ears. They're anti-seasick patches, kind of like anti-motion sickness medicine like Dramamine, but how they work is they kind of make you seasick ahead of time so that you don't get seasick on the boat. But the best way to wear them is you wear them the night before you have to go on the water so that you don't get sick as the medicine kicks in, because the medicine's definitely gonna make you sick. I put them on one time before going out on the water and I felt absolutely awful. But if you put them on the night before you go to bed, you completely skip the nausea. You, mon petit, we're busy here. Out of the way. Wow, food. Do you have any items I could use? I saw an odd ball in the trash. Oh right, this is where the great ball is. Basically, once the scopolamine patches are on, you're kind of pre-dizzy so you won't get dizzy from the going up and down on the boat. You can also chew ginger or drink orange juice. Ahem. Indeed, I am le chef. Le main course is salmon du salade. Legus me gripe is fish again. However, salmon, that's a thing in this world. Hum-de-dum-de-ho. I peel spuds every day. Hum-hum. Great ball somewhere in here. Did you hear about Snorlax? All it does is eat and sleep. These guys aren't French. The rest of the guys are French. Okay, so it's in this bag. I only get to peel onions. Yay, a great ball. My first great ball. Now they'll show up in the shops, I think. I prefer the scopolamine patches because nothing else works for me. You also, to avoid getting seasick, even when you're on a scopolamine patch, you have got to be out of the cabin. Be on deck as often as possible. Fresh air is the key. This ship, she is a luxury liner for trainers. At every port, we hold parties with invited trainers. Oh, that's what's going on. That's why everybody's on deck instead of on shore. Okay, that makes sense. Fresh air is the key to fighting off seasickness. Otherwise, you're just gonna be breathing in that dank, stale, nasty-ass cabin air, and it's gonna make you feel horrible. Our captain is a sword master. He even teaches cut to Pokemon. Interesting. And he's a sailor? That's neat. All right, the deck. Or the bow. Ahoy there! Are you seasick? Exactly, that's why he's asking. Hey, are you seasick? That's why you're coming out on deck, right? He knows. This guy knows. Also, if the water is really rough, being in the center of the boat helps because it's the least amount of motion happens in the center. Plus, a lot of boats smell. Even in general, they have that boat smell, which is not great. I'm sure even luxury why do I want to say clue? Luxury cruise liners probably have that boat stank to them, especially in the head. Oh wait, crap, I already used stun spore. Shoot, barely paying attention. I'm talking about boats and fishing reels. So the less you're breathing in that stanky boat smell, the better. Yay, please learn something. Darn it. Yeah. And now you can get some free points. Like, tentacle looks really funny in this. I don't know why. Just the idea of it sitting on its mouth tummy, you know, it's one way. Because it's a jellyfish, so it only has one opening, so it's sitting on it. It's got its two little tentacles at the side. But it looks so... I'm gonna get you. The little sea monster. From here, it almost looks like those are its mouth parts, but that's not how that works. I was just careless. My pa said there are 100 kinds of Pokemon. I think there are more. Well, he's right. There are 50 more than that. I just realized that I went on a very long, random, winding rant about fishing gear in Pokemon. And not once did I call it fishing gear. I called it fishing equipment. What is wrong with me? My dad would be ashamed. The party's over. The ship will be departing soon. Wait, so the party happened before I showed up? Then why is everybody battling me? Hey, matey, let's do a little jig. You want to dance? In a musical sense or in a battle sense? I love that. Come on, let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Why didn't it affect it? Whatever. Let's sway under the moonlight, the serious moonlight. It's perpetually daytime here in Gen 1, so we wouldn't be dancing in the moonlight. Oh, did I do sleep? I think I meant to do poison, that's okay. Oh wow, that was fast. When I chop that up, that rant up, that's gonna be fun. I suppose I could summarize it real quick. In summary, fishing gear in Pokemon works as such. Oh crap. Old rod. Stick with a string and a bobber attached to it. It's not good for catching anything except Magikarps, because Magikarps are basically bluegills. Good rod has a spinning reel on it. Probably has about 10 to 20 pounds of test on it. Probably the biggest thing you could catch is a striped bass on it. And that would be about a Sea King. Let's say a Sea King. And then you have the super rod, which is a tuna rod, which has the kind of reel you have to cast by putting your thumb on the fishing line and feeling it and letting it go and feeling it go out and stopping it manually. That has about 50 to 100 pounds of test on it. With that you could catch Gyarados, Lapras. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk on fishing gear in Pokemon. What the hell is up with this Shelder? I don't know why I went with Oddish, considering Pikachu's the one that needs to level up. The Shelder is a tough cookie. There we go. There we go. Okay, back on track. God, training Paris takes forever. It's like Magikarp. You're impressive, thank you. I did pull myself out of that one, for sure. God, I was talking about the boat stank earlier as well, and just talking about it was enough to make me think about it, and I got so nauseous in the moment. Scrubbing decks is hard work. Sense of smell is so inherently tied to memory that just the thought of the boat stank was enough to make me feel sick. I feel ill. I stepped out to get some air. Yeah, Yeah, that's what you do. You cannot stay in your cabin because the boat stank will make you feel seasick. If you're already feeling seasick, it'll just make it worse. A fun fact about the scopolamine patches that I mentioned earlier that help treat seasickness is, did I talk to you? I've never seen any Pokemon sleep like this one. It was something like this. Oh, he saw Snorlax. I wonder if he tried to go down the route that Snorlax is like sleeping at the end of and he couldn't get past him. Check out what I fished up. Ah, another fisherman. He has fishing gear, and that pack is his tackle box where he keeps his tackle, which is your hooks, your bait, and your fishing line. Thank you and good night. I'm kidding. By the end of this playthrough, you're all gonna know so much about fishing, except not really, because as much experience as I have fishing, I haven't done it by myself as an adult, so look at that. Goldine is so funny looking. Got this side-eye glare, and her horn is coming out top of her head. Like, her horn is huge compared to what it looks like in the anime. Also, it's facing a different direction than in the anime. I just realized it almost looks like a little party hat. God, I keep losing my train of thought. Scopolamine patches. It's my preferred form of seasick medicine. It was also originally used as a truth serum, believe it or not. So too much... There's a reason why the disclaimer on scopolamine on the boxes, they say don't wear for more than 3 days. I once made the mistake of wearing patches on a survey trip when I was volunteering. I wore my patches for 3 days straight, and I started seeing double actively when I was trying to take notes. My supervisor's like, "You're getting everything right?" I'm like, "Uh-huh," but the notes were double. So that's an indication that you shouldn't have scopolamine in too much of a dose, otherwise you could start hallucinating. And that's what makes it an effective truth serum. What did he say? Oh, Goldine. Okay, that'll be fine. Tell where my brain's been. So, word to the wise, if you're ever going to be out on a long fishing trip or a long field survey trip on a boat and you get seasick and you use scopolamine patches, make sure to change them at least every 3 days, if not every other day. Luckily, it'll still be in your system and you won't have to go through the horribleness of getting new amounts in. I'm all out of what? Your gear, your hook, your waders. Oh, you're all out of Pokemon, of course. Competing against the young keeps me youthful. I'm so youthful because I keep battling young trainers. Can't you see how youthful my Pikachu is? He's never been evolved. Pikachu needs a Thunderstone, so it's fine. Really doesn't want me to attack physically. There we go, there's a powder. Oh, come on. Alright, fine. Poison powder then. Ah, come on, Onion Weed. Shoot. Yeah, that's right. See that? Oh, I love it. No one talks about how grass is resistant to electricity. No one talks about it. That's why Onion Weed's gonna be one of the MVPs against Lieutenant Surge along with Diglett. I mean, Douglet. Sorry, Douglet. Don't dead name your Pokemon. It's not super effective against electric, but it is resistant to it, and that makes a lot of difference. Hell yeah. Take that, gentlemen. Good fight. Ah, I feel young again. They're paying me a lot of money, probably because these are rich people. Ah, maximum sedation. Me and my daddy think the Safari Zone is awesome. I agree, the Safari Zone is pretty cool. Have you gone to the Safari Zone in Fuchsia City? It had many rare kinds of Pokemon. I plan on going there. It's like a game preserve, but you're allowed to catch Pokemon there. But you're not allowed to poach, according to the show. So I guess you have to get in legitimately, pay to get in, pay the fee, sign the waiver, play by the rules. Captain looks really sick and pale. Uh-oh. I hear many people get seasick. They do. I didn't get seasick until after I hit puberty, unfortunately, but then when it started, woof, it hit me like a sack of bricks. Oh boy, look who it is. Bonjour, Jean. Why did you say that? Imagine seeing you here. Jean, were you really invited? I have a ticket, you dip. So how's your Pokedex coming? I already caught 40 kinds, pal. Different kinds are everywhere. Crawl around in grassy areas. I know how to catch Pokemon, and I'm just catching the one. Did his sprite change? It did. I don't remember that. Interesting. Maybe that means, oh god, that must mean his Bulbasaur evolved. How dare you? Pocket sand. Ha! Take that, you oversized chicken. Crap. Ugh! God, just one shot of the pocket sand and you're already missing. Come on. I guess, if I remember, accuracy and evasiveness are like those... I don't think they're like those hidden stats that don't have their own numbers that you can check. Although later on they might have made them more easy to find. Crap! Quick attack, damn it! Just one hit of the pocket sand. No! Darn it all! You're gonna pay for that. Eat bubbles. Pikachu does not have a good track record against Phil's team, huh? Yay! Eradicate. Think I'll stick with Wartortle just because he's a bit tankier, luckily. Lower its speed. Water gun. Stop it! You can handle this, Wartortle. You can do it! No! Crapple. Spider-Ant, you can do this. Sunspore. No. Yes. Come on. Come on. You can do this. Beat that giant rat. Show him who's boss. Show him who's the best bug grass type in Gen 1. I mean, you're the only bug grass type, but the best bug type in Gen 1. Hell yeah. Oh, that's right. He had an Abra. Let's see if Spider-Ant can deal with Eddie's. No. Come on. No. Well, at least he still has that blank space. Crap, it's too early in the game for me to have revives. Oh, crap. Come on, Horn Attack. Yes, use the useless move. Yes, come on, you can do it. Shoot. No, don't faint, don't faint, don't faint. Please, please, please. No. Oh, come on. Yes, you absolute champ. Yes, good job. Awesome. First to hit 20. I've never seen Ivysaur spray. Or I have, it's just been a while. He went bipedal. Bulbasaur, when it evolves, it gains bipedalism. That's really funny. It looks bald. Ivysaur is normally drawn with like a leaf on its head from its bud, and it's not there in this sprite. It looks a little naked. It looks like the bud isn't attached to it. Yes! Good job. Whew, that was close. Humph, at least you're raising your Pokemon. Yeah, that's right. Are you starting to grow up a little, maybe? I heard there was a cut master on board, but he was just a seasick old man. But cut itself is really useful. You should go see him. Smell ya. Smell me. Okay, that was a little weird. He usually says smell ya later. Why did he just say smell ya? That's a little weird to say. God, you're so rude. I thought there was a sword master, but he was just a seasick old man. Hey there, buddy. You doing all right? Or I feel hideous. Seasick. Oh yeah, seasick is not a good feeling at all. He rubbed the captain's back. It's a little awkward. Magic back rub. And it made the little Pokemon Center sound. That's so cute. Phew, thank you. I feel much better. He probably was just puking in the garbage can and now he feels better because almost always, if you finally throw up when you're seasick, you usually feel a lot better. You want to see my cut technique? I could show you if I wasn't ill. I know. You could have this. Teach it to your Pokemon and you can see it cut anytime. Heck yeah, first HM. Thank you, sir. Phew, now that I'm not sick anymore, I guess it's time. How to conquer seasickness. The captain's reading this. How to conquer seasickness. Step 1. Apply scopolamine patches the night before your voyage. And then the captain's like, oh no! He just read the apply scopolamine patch. He didn't read the 24 hours before being on the water part. Alright, well that'll do it for the SSN. Time to disembark. I've thoroughly kicked everyone's butts and taken most of their tourist money, so it's time to go. Bye, SSN. And there it goes. It's like, oh, it's so slow. Yeah, well, they can't make wake in a marina, so. Also, am I huge or is the boat really tiny? Cute. Ship set sail. Sail in that it turned on the engines. Alright, SSN has been finished. I did it. I beat everyone on the boat. And somehow I managed to defeat Phil. My battles with him have not been very close. Alright, time to teach cut. First HM. I think, yeah, I'll teach that to Spider-Ant. Yeah, so now that I have cut, I can gain access to the gym. Spider-Ant, use cut. Vermillion City Pokemon Gym. Leader, Lieutenant Surge. The Lightning American. We know for sure he's the only American here. It's a regular gym. I was gonna say, I wonder why the Vermillion City Gym was bigger, because they got the big-ass pool. Third badge, here we come. Yo, champ in the making. Lieutenant Surge has a nickname. People refer to him as the Lightning American. Yeah, I read that out front. Apparently, he refers to himself that way. He's an expert on electric Pokemon. Birds and water Pokemon. Birds. Flying-type Pokemon that are birds don't count as Pokemon, they're just birds. Alright, risk. Beware of paralysis, too. Lieutenant Surge is very cautious. You'll have to break a code to get to him. Wait. The code puzzle is because he's cautious? Does he not want to have any challengers? Winning trainers, Phil. Wait, if he didn't get cut from the captain of the SSN, how did he get in here? Oh, that sneaky little bastard. Must have taught his Pokemon cut regardless. Alright, I'll just beat all the trainers first. Let's go. And then I'll attempt the challenge. This is no place for kids. Wait, but everyone starts their Pokemon journey at age 10. Why wouldn't kids be coming in here? Phil was just here. And on the SSN, I talked about how grass is resistant to electric type. It's one reason Paris is so useful, because it's part grass type. It would be resistant. Ha! And the electric type gets paralyzed. Who's on the foot shoe wearing the turntables? Words! I don't know what that was. They're like, beware paralysis. Well, I can paralyze too. Huzzah! Yeah! Didn't even take a single hit. Go, Onion Weed! Be the very best! Alright, how about sleep powder? Hang in there. Oh god. Yes! Now we can get some health back. Hopefully it won't stop in a turn. Only problem is grass types aren't super effective, but the type resistance is important. Stay asleep. That's right. Sleep, Pikachu. Just sleep while my cannabis Pokemon completely drains your energy. Oh, shoot. At least back in Gen 1, waking up was a turn in and of itself. I think later on, the Oddish line gets Effect Spore, I believe. I'll have to keep track of that. Up! Have some poison! Poison, oh dear. The poison will affect you on your turn. Oh, that pixel. It's okay. Yes! Excellent job! Yay! Second to reach level 20. Take that. Wow, surprised me. I'm sure most people who come in challenging are like, look, I have a Diglett or a Geodude. But never underestimate the effectiveness of grass types. I actually was thinking about it. Oftentimes, when I play Pokemon, my teams end up being made up of a lot of grass and water types. So I'm trying not to do that so much. I'm a lightweight, but I'm good with electricity. Okay, what kind of NPC are you then? Oh! Rocker wants to fight. Oh, he's a rock star. That's funny. Is that a microphone he's holding? That's pretty funny. Oh, maybe he's aware. Take Stun Spore. Haha! Now you're paralyzed. Can't remember if Voltorb is all that tanky or not. I never, ever use Voltorb. It's too boring. Oh dear. Are you gonna hit me with Sonic Boom? Do it, Spider-Ant. Ha! Haha! Well done. Yay! Third hit level 20 and it's Spider-Ant. Yes! Leech Life! Yes! Finally a bug-type move! Excellent. Magnemite. Okay. Definitely gonna need Diglett here. Although, Magnemite's not Steel-type yet, so let's go with a dig. Where did he go? Kaboom! Heck yeah. Well done, Diglett. I don't think I've ever seen Sonic Boom. Oh god, please don't faint. Phew! Digletts have crap defense. Yep, there we go. Huzzah! Fried! Can you be fried with an excess of dirt flung in your face? Maybe. I just realized what I could have been doing this whole time instead of letting Wartortle sit there as like a dead space in my party, is I could be using this opportunity. Just hang in there, Wartortle. I'll be back in a bit to get you. I could be using this as an opportunity to level up my Geodude, because Geodude would be completely resistant to any of these electric attacks. So it'd be a good way to level it up in case I want to use it later against Zapdos. Geodude would be very helpful, not only against Zapdos, but against Koga later on too. It's funny, in the Pokemon Adventures manga, which everybody should read, if you're a fan of Pokemon, read the Adventures manga. It is what I consider the definitive version of the Pokemon lore, world, story, whatever. Lieutenant Surge, Sabrina, and Koga are all actually members of Team Rocket. Rocket, and they're working with Giovanni. It's really interesting. When I was in the army, Lieutenant Surge was my strict CO. Really? So he stayed in the army. He's older than you? Wait a minute. What? When were you? How old is Lieutenant Surge? How? Huh. Oh, Douglas, switch. Type matchups matter. Please just, yes, one hit KO. Heck yes. Yeah, 201 XP. Nice. I know, I could have been doing that the whole time, but it's fine. Stop, you're very good. Does anyone need health after? No, no one took a hit. Excellent. Okay, time for the puzzle. I believe if I get it wrong the first time, I have to start over, but that's fine. Trash, 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 trash. Hey, okay. Okay, that one. Let's try this one. Nope. Okay. This puzzle is something else, I tell you. Trash, 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 trash. Trash. We're running out of hands. Oh my god, Twitch. Oh my god. Is it? Nope. Trash. Oh dear.
One eternity later.
I got it. I found the second switch and I didn't even have to save scum for it. Good thing there's only two. His room in the gym is a smaller version of that room and a trash can and a bookshelf. Let's artificially expand the amount of time it takes to play the game because this is the Game Boy and that's the only way we can do it. It's just like adding holes in the ground in Link's Awakening and making no path a straight line. Okay, Lieutenant Surge. His voice. Does anyone remember Lieutenant Surge in the anime? How he showed up and he's got like a Boston or New Jersey accent or something and he's like, "Welcome to Vermillion Gym!" And then he gives Misty a really awkward hug for no reason and he's like, "Oh, my next challenge is a cute one." And it's like, gross, she's 12 and you're an adult man. Misty has never been treated very well as far as sexualizing her, considering she's, 12 canonically. I mean, look at her outfit in this game and her outfit in the manga originally before it got moved over here. Okay. "Hey kid, what do you think you're doing here? You won't live long in combat, that's for sure." Wait, what? Why? Are you threatening me? He's gonna kill me. Are you just mad that I solved your stupid puzzle trick? "I tell you kid, electric Pokemon saved me during the war." Which war? Like, how old are you? However old he is, he's in great shape considering. "They zapped my enemies into paralysis." So, since this game likes to pretend that the real world exists within the canon of the game, it's like, which war? The Cold War? Because that's the closest one, because this is in 98, but if it's not, that means there was some nebulous Pokemon war, apparently. "The same as I'll do to you." He's gonna zap me into paralysis, apparently. We're fighting, not our Pokemon. Why? That's an interesting pose. Lieutenant Surge wants to fight. Just you. Ah, he uses X speed. X speed. I can talk. Oh. Fair enough. Douglas is very fast, so that's probably why he used X speed. Sweep. Yay. Oh, joy. Defense curl. So useful. Yay. More XP. XP. I love how in the anime, Surge is like, "You gotta evolve your Pikachu as soon as you catch it," but he has a Pikachu here. Hypocrite, I tell you. Also, he opened with a Pokemon that's technically a higher level than this one. That's interesting. Alright, a little bit of poison powder. Interesting. And X speed on his Pikachu, which already has a higher speed than Oddish. I don't know if Absorb is physical move or not. If not, the joke's on you. If so, the joke is on me. Yes, just keep taking poison damage. Yeah, I don't think Absorb is a physical move, so joke's on you. Not doing well. He isn't. I'm doing fine, actually. Poison's not doing a lot of damage, which is interesting. Maybe because it's just poison powder. Maybe toxic would do more damage. Yes, soak up that XP. Soak it up. Okay, time for the big boy. 24, wow. Interesting color. See how Spider Ant does. Again, grass type. Ha! Done. Spore! Definitely need X speed on Raichu because he's really slow. Ha! You said you would paralyze me. I paralyze you! Oh boy. Let's get some leech life in there. Haha. Leech life! Bug moves for the win! That might count as a physical since it's a bite, probably. Too bad he only knows physical moves. Might need to switch out. Yeah. Good job, Spider-Ant. Excellent work. Haha. Oh, the irony. That is a cool sound, not gonna lie. It kind of sounds more like a thunder attack than Thunder Shock does. Give it a thunderbolt, Raichu. Wow, Raichu is beefy as hell, that's for sure. Siphon, siphon, siphon! Raichu! Ooh! Raichu looks a little closer to what it looks like in the anime here, compared to Pikachu. Oh! You can do it, come on! MVP! Oh, Pixel. Come on, stay paralyzed. No, no. Darn, close, very close. You're fast. Hit him with a horn attack. Shut it down. See the turntables. Yeah! Woohoo! Whoa, you're the real deal, kid. Fine then, take the Thunder Badge. Yeah! The Thunder Badge cranks up your Pokemon's speed. Oh, that's right. Some of the badges do stats buffs. That's cool. It also lets your Pokemon fly anytime, kid. Yeah, well, I won't get fly for a while, I think. You're special, kid. Take this. Oh, I'm special. Which TM is that? Thunderbolt. Nice. Teach it to an electric Pokemon. Phew, that match was electric. Yeah, considering I was slinging leaves everywhere. And now, my name is on the placard. Haha! Woo, alright, Vermillion City Gym has been cleared. Third badge now in the jacket. I beat up an entire boatload of people, and then I rummaged around in the trash until I found a button, and then I beat up the only American in the show, apparently. Someone who's probably as old as Wolverine, according to the canon. Next will be to take Diglett's Cave through to Route 11, I think. I think the next place after this is gonna be, like, getting a bunch of stuff, like, going through caves, and then getting HMs, and Rock Tunnel, I think will be the next big dungeon after this, so we'll do that all in the next video. Bye!